Hey up, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek, and again, happy Yorkshire Day. If you watched my earlier video, you know it's Yorkshire Day. Why? Don't know, it just is. 1st of August is Yorkshire Day, so go out and celebrate things to do with Yorkshire, like me, by subscribing perchance, and doing other things, hitting the super thanks button, and stuff like that. So, right, a bit more news, bit of Star Wars news we've got now. This is about Skeleton Crew. We've got a first look at Skeleton Crew that's coming to us from People magazine. They've got some sort of scoop, so let's have a read of that, shall we? Right, Jude Law teasers childhood adventure and Star Wars Easter eggs in Skeleton Crew series, and see the first look. Exclude. Save. Says Esther Kang. I don't think I've ever read anything on People magazine, but anyways, there we go, the photo. We've seen that photo before, of Jude and the kids in the background. Right, so Jude Law has officially joined the famed intergalactic universe with Star Wars Skeleton Crew. In People's exclusive first look at the latest addition to the iconic franchise, the actor, 51, he's younger than me, bloody hell, takes on the role of Jod Wood in Disney Plus's new coming-of-age series. Oh God, it's going to be awful, isn't it? When 4 kids make a mysterious discovery on their seemingly safe home planet, they get lost in a strange and dangerous galaxy, according to the show's official synopsis. Finding their way home, meeting unlikely allies and enemies will be a greater adventure than they ever imagined. In a strange and dangerous... So does that mean they're from a different galaxy? Or are they going to the galaxy that the people from Ahsoka are in now? Or are they from Earth? They can't, because one looks like a bloody... what's his face, doesn't he, from him? Anyway, in addition to Law, child actors Ravi Cabot-Conyers, Wim, presumably they're the characters' names, I don't know, Kiriana Crater, KB, Robert Timothy Smith Neal, and Ryan Kira Armstrong Fern will also star in the new series. And there's an image of some sort of speeder that look terrible. They look like shopping trolleys, don't they? Or something. They look terrible. Anyway. When asked about what Star Wars fans can expect with the latest addition to its cinematic universe, Law tells People, in big capitals, that the first word that comes to my mind when describing the series is joyful. He also explains that viewers will watch the kids manoeuvre through places where they shouldn't be, and adds that seeing children in that environment, in a Star Wars environment, is thrilling and very, very unique. It's not going to say it's crap, is it? Which it probably will be. It's a fun place to be, the universe of Star Wars, he adds with a smile, and there are great references to old films and recent episodes and series. There's a lot of originality, and I hope that will bring the feeling of fun to those who watch it. And there's that image there. With, what's it bloody called now? The keyboard player from Return of the Jedi. Gonna get to the gig. Robot chicken. Max Rebo, there we go. It looks like a Max Rebo, doesn't it? Whatever species he is. I'll look it up and I'll put it there. Right, in Star Wars Skeleton Crew, Law tells People that he and his younger cast members are all in constant state of confusion and jeopardy and challenge. He adds that the series is very much a piece about working together and overcoming fears and overcoming perhaps one's opinion of oneself or one's own weaknesses in order to succeed. You know what it sounds like? Star Trek Prodigy. Young people come together with an older mentor to, overcome obstacles. A Star Trek Prodigy. I had a wonderful time making this with everyone involved, he says of his time with the child actors. Those 4 in particular who worked with me very closely were just great fun and incredibly professional, and I'm immensely proud to be a part of their crew. Series creators John Watts and Christopher Ford share the same sentiments and open up about the tight-knit bond Law formed with the kids on set. Because he's with the kids all the time, he's also kind of felt like the co-director, co-producer with us, and his co-acting coach, giving the kids tips. and they would look to him. He really became sort of a mentor figure to the kids as well. Watts recalls, and Ford adds, and he didn't have to do that. He just did that because it was nice and it would make things work great. And there's another shot with them looking, is it a droid of some sort? With their flashlights, torches that they've got from the pound shop. Anyway, by the way, we get another? Who's that? Geordie LaForge's adopted sister. Anywho, Watts also reveals that the series will introduce a new droid named SM-33. So what they're going to call Smee. They're going to call it Smee after Peter Pan, Captain Hook and all that. Bet they do. Who he exclusively tells people will be voiced by Nick Frost. He's like a rusty old cranky droid that sort of reluctantly helps the kids along the way, he says with a laugh, noting how fun and absolutely perfect Frost's contributions are. He adds the other thing about him is that he's the first mate of a mysterious ship. So we had Simon Pegg in Force Awakens, and now we've got Nick Frost in this one. I wonder if Simon Pegg put a word in for him. Not only are the inclusion of droids in any Star Wars project crucial, Law also says that versatile robots were an inspiration to work with. Of course, you were expecting to work with droids and alien species, but you forget that they're brought to life in front of you by these extraordinary people who have skills, whether it's puppets or as animatronic experts, he explains. You're surrounded by them because they're as much a part of the cast as those who are flesh and blood. And there's another shot. That looks terrible, doesn't it? What? Is it a speeder with a sidecar? I don't know. Is it two speeds or is it one speed with an extra seat? Like I say, a sidecar. Look, it looks awful. It looks awful. Anyway, whatever. Watts and Ford. By the way, they've not learned, have they, from the Book of Boba Fett debacle, with the scooters or the Thunderbirds hover bikes. Watts and Ford, not Watson Ford, which sounds like, I don't know, somebody from a Sherlock Holmes thing. Anyway, Watts and Ford also says that hover bikes were integral to telling the story of childhood adventure, not only for the audience tuning in, but also for the child actors involved. They had like little bikes and they were on rails, and so they'd slide back and forth and left and right so they could turn and bank, Watts explains, while Ford recalls watching guys in full green screen suits helping out in the background. In reality, it looks completely insane, and for the kids, the main direction was stop smiling because they were having so much fun, Watts adds. Yeah, give me a clip round the ear. Act! You're supposed to be actors. Don't care how old you are. Among the many things audiences have to look forward to in the new series, Law tells people that his character, Jod, is someone who uses quick thinking, charm, and conversation to get out of all sorts of scenarios. He adds that eagle-eyed Star Wars fans will be able to spot details that pay homage to the original films. We all like a bit of, fan thingamabobs. What's the phrase now? Tell you, my brain's not working today. It's too warm. I've got my little blowing cool air at me, but it's still too warm. Fan service, that's what I'm looking for. If you look carefully, we got some Star Wars tech that dates right back, I believe, to the original film, he reveals. They do Easter eggs so well. That's one of the joys, I think, of this universe for those who know there are these little details always hidden away, or Easter eggs that people can find and link up. Well, you expect to see similar technology to what we've already seen, don't you, in Star Wars? So maybe that's just what they mean. Watts confirms Law's sentiments and teases that there are a lot of Easter eggs to be found. In fact, Ford says that he and Watts had the fun and challenge of finding some deep-cut references. I can't wait, Watts gushes. I mean, even in the first episode, there's a couple of Really, really great references that certain fans will immediately recognise. Despite this, the duo assure viewers that they don't need to be well versed in the intergalactic franchise to appreciate the magic. They've said that a couple of times, haven't they? Intergalactic. Are they from the 70s? You don't have to know everything about Star Wars to enjoy the show, Watch shares. You can come into it completely fresh and enjoy the story, but if you do happen to be a Star Wars super fan, there's lots for you. And that's, oh, there we go. Star Wars Skeleton Crew premieres December 3rd on Disney+. Is that the first time I've seen that? Is that the first time I've seen the date for Skeleton Crew? There you go. December 3rd on Disney+. So, holiday season. Doesn't look... From these images, if these are the best images that they've got to offer, it's for kids, isn't it? When all said and done. But that doesn't look very good. It's just... bit of, tubular steel. Doesn't look good. It's going to be a kids show, isn't it? I mean, Star Trek Prodigy is essentially a kids show because it was made in conjunction with Nickelodeon, but it went further than being just a kids show. It was a family show that everybody could enjoy. I suspect this might just be a kids show, with Jude Law as, the responsible adult. Oh dear. So what we got then? That's Wim. That's Jadnana Wood. KB there with the Geordie LaForge beret on. Oh, Neil. Robert Timothy Smith. So we're never going to see his face. Terrible puppet, isn't it? I mean, it just looks like an animatronic, doesn't it? Anyway, and with a stick on, it looks like that bit comes off the proboscis. Anyway, and Fern, who looks like she's just come from Narnia. She looks like the girl from Narnia, doesn't she? Oh, you can't see. Sorry, hang on. There you go. I don't know her name. I've forgotten her name. The Narnia films, Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe. She looks like her, doesn't she? One of the a bit Pevensey kids. Whatever. Anyway, let's move that back over there. So there we go. So that's that. Then that's that. Oh, that one as well. I'm not building my hopes up, and so they've not done that well recently, have they? Star Wars on Disney Plus, but we'll see. We'll see on December 3rd. Oh, it says it again there. Look at the top. I never even noticed that. So we'll see on December 3rd, won't we? So we'll leave it there. So thanks for watching, wherever you are. Look after each other, and until next time, enjoy your Yorkshire day, and I'll see you.